Well, this is Bobby at Copel TV Repair with an interesting situation today. Of course, that's not the first time it happens, but I have to admit it's relatively rare. So, we repaired a board for a customer recently on the 26th of March, and he sent it back and said, let me see if I can show that without disclosing information. Received the repaired board and installed the TV. After approximately 5 minutes, TV shut off and started flashing 7 blinks again. Upon diagnosis, I discovered a short on some pins on the SU ribbon connector. So, customer sent the SC board as well, because honestly, I would have expected that is where the failure would have happened. But the SC board test fine. All the usual suspects here are good, and I haven't tested it in the TV, but I don't think it's going to be bad. For whatever reason, there was not a lower buffer board, but upon testing the top buffer board, this is what we fixed. The usual fix, you can see the top IC was replaced here, the translucent silicone, which differs from the gray silicone that Panasonic production factory uses. So, let me get a clip here. There was nothing shorted where we replaced it. It's all fine. But, let me see where it was. Another IC on this board has gone bad. There you go. So, apparently, I have to see where exactly that is, but in my opinion, it is this one. So that I see shorted. I gotta say, for these particular boards, this is, I think, the first time I see something like that happen. And it can be because of many reasons. It could be from just normally wearing out IC, even though I have seen lots of those boards and have never seen two of them fail so close after. Actually, I don't think I have seen a board where two of them failed. These particular ones. I've seen other buffer boards where if this one is bad, we always replace the top two. Samsung 10-year-old HPT 5054, I believe, was that. But something where you replace that one and then that one fails, it's probably not the first, but it's got to be the second or third time in 10 years. More interesting, though, here's the dilemma in the question. So we did a repair. We replaced that board, that IC. Board is working fine. Now we have a different failure, which is clearly not a result of what we did. Whatever is the result, and it may be natural aging. It may be that the customer did not close that well. It may be that the panel is starting to play tricks and is overloading, arcing somewhere inside, and causing those failures, and this may continue happening, even though that is even probably just as unlikely as seeing those two fail. But the question is this. I know a lot of service techs are watching my channel, and I'm not trying to get viewers, but not so many end users. But for end users, this is also a good question. So what we repaired is working fine. Something else has failed, but it failed on the same board. Now, should the warranty be applied if this has nothing to do with our work, or should warranty not be applied? If it is applied, why? Because it's on the same board, but it would be in the same TV still if another part of the TV fails. It's on the same circuit. What is your take, and what do you do? Personally, I think because this doesn't happen a lot, in this case, we will treat it as a warranty. But imagine this starts happening more often. The real trouble here is, how do you show a customer that whatever happened is not your fault? Customers don't know, they don't have knowing of the electrical specifics. And for them, any failure naturally is your failure to repair something properly. It keeps on failing. I try to work along that line of thinking, just because I do understand that people do not know when something failed, but there's got to be a limit. So in this case, that board was sent to us, but this was not. On that board, as I made a video recently, I'm pretty sure I will find signs of, there you go, signs of corrosion and dirt that will make the board go bad soon, just like I warned another service center that had sent a similar, the larger version of the board here too. So that board is going to fail. There's that thing as well, unless those are taken care of. And maybe even if they are, if the aging is natural for those and not so much result of the arcing that develops here. Anyhow, customer had sent that board and they did not send this. I am pretty sure it is a matter of time before the SC board fails as well. Would that be our fault? Along that line of thinking, where's the line? What do you guys think is right, and how do you handle those cases? There's got to be one clear upfront definition of what fails and what doesn't. Again, in this case, I think I'm going to give customer the benefit. It's not the benefit of doubt. I know the customer didn't lie. It's just a tricky situation. This is something to do that is not caused by us, so why should we spend another so much time and money in fixing it? But there are things in business that are not very 100% clearly defined as the nature of the beast, and I'm curious, how are you guys handling them and what do you think is right? Write down. Thanks.